Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
All right, man. Teofimo Lopez says that he was just playing. He just wanted to give everybody something to talk about as far as when he said, I put it on the screen too. He asked the team, do you think I still got it? So he said, you know, don't forget, I'm giving y'all all something to talk about. Y'all can screenshot this or y'all dumb or dumber, right? And at the end of the day, had his performance been a way better performance, I don't think nobody would have had nobody would have said nothing about this. His performance versus Sandor Martin was garbage. And then the narrative changed and becoming to, you know, Sandor ran, that's what Bob ran off to. Dude, at the end of the day, y'all knew what type of boxer he was, and that's why y'all tried to throw Pedraza in there, because y'all knew T.O. couldn't box with him. Y'all knew that. Y'all thought T.O. could knock him out, but if Mikey couldn't knock him out, T.O. ain't gonna knock him out. And I don't care what Robert Garcia said, oh, T.O. should knock him out. Mikey wasn't there that night. Matter of fact, Sandor Martin was there both nights, and he beat both men, in my opinion. We know he beat up on Mikey, then he beat Teofimo Lopez, and then, you know, they robbed him. But then people turned around. It was like, well, he lost to Anthony again. At the end of the day, you never know what going to a fight in training camp, or we're led up to the fight. You know, like Greg Hackett say, boxing rec only tell you a small portion of a bigger story. You know, that's what it tell you, a small portion. Don't tell you, you know, training camp expenses and how, you know, life outside of boxing was going. You never know. But at the end of the day, you know, if your performance wasn't so bad and then y'all always turn around making excuses, he ran, well, learn to cut the ring off and close the distance. You couldn't do that. You couldn't even systematically break that man down. And if you can't systematically break Sandor Martin down, how you gonna deal with guys like Devin Haney, bro? How you gonna deal with guys you telling people, your dad telling people y'all want to go to 47 fight Crawford? How y'all gonna deal with that? That's the problem. You lost that fight, and a lot of people believe you lost that fight, and you got dropped twice. So of course you ask if you still got it, and then it didn't make it no better when Timothy Bradley revealed that you was all over the place in the fighter meeting. It didn't help your case. No, it didn't help your case at all when he said you was all over the place in the fighter meeting. That's what he said. He said you was all over the place in the fighter meeting. Not me. Those was his comments. He said he don't even know who you was. You know? And whatever you got going on with this old lady, obviously it's a portion of the story. His portion, and she got her side of the story. You know, it's hard to be with somebody when your family don't accept them, but you know what? That's his life. Most people's family don't like the person that they with. Trust and believe. I think that number is very, very high. But females are emotional creatures. Dudes, you just got to deal with it. You do something to a girl, whatever happened, she gonna run back and tell her family y'all still together. They gonna hold that against you forever. You know what I'm saying? They gonna hold that against you forever. You know, mothers do stuff and they get to give forgiveness. You gotta understand, men don't give forgiveness. As soon as your ass get old, guess what? They throwing you in that home. Oh, they throw my mom in the home. No matter what she did, you done seen mothers recover from crack. Mothers put their kids into the system, all types of stuff, and they forgiven. No matter what, the who, what, where, why, and how. And that's why as men, I always tell y'all, live your life. If y'all ain't happy, move on. Like Jay-Z said, man, I can go through life without switching to spare. Whatever he said. Real talk. Real talk. Go ahead and switch that spare. Trust and believe me. Trust and believe me. Protect your happiness, because we don't live long. You gotta just move on, move on. Hate to say it like that, but if you gotta move on, move on. Because they don't believe in forgiving us, but you know what he's going through, obviously that'll have an effect on you. Or who knows what it is? Could have been infidelity, you know, maybe it was the family, but you know, she ain't never came out and said her side of the story. And she getting vilified. And she just chilling. So it must be something that she at peace with, honestly. Oh, she a sack chaser and all that. Ain't all women. Most women are. Women can say, you know, you got some people that take care of their dude. You know, I done seen it. And like I said, I ain't knocking nobody doing for what they do. But I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, he ain't mentally there, and he can play it off. He talking about, you think, you know, I just give y'all something to talk about. Bro, you can just continue to seem more delusional and more delusional. After a performance like that, we had enough to talk about. Trust and believe. After a performance like that, we had enough to talk about. Trust and believe. You gave us enough material to talk about, but still, no matter what you said, what you do, it seemed like Terrence Crawford is still dominating the headlines. So regardless of what you're talking about, it look like Terrence Crawford he's still the dude that's up. He's still the most talked about. But he tried to spin it. He tried to freak it. He tried to spin it in his favor. And all y'all doing is looking more and more delusional. The performance spoke for itself. Trust and believe. The performance spoke for itself. You know, the performance spoke for itself. So, you know, to me, you can say whatever you want to say, but it just seemed like, you know what, you got to be real with yourself. And sometimes that's hard. That's hard to say, you know what, man, I'm the problem. You know what, man, I got to get better. You know, it's easy to pass blame and blame everybody else for shit. You know what, I got to take responsibility for this. You know what, I created this problem, let me solve it. You know, I pissed this woman off, you know, let me give her space, and then maybe, you know, she ready to heal, You know, you gotta take ownership for your mistakes. That's what make you a man, bro. Truth be told, that's what make you a man. But after that performance, jumping off your feet, you know, he gets Sandor cornered, and then you continue to overcommit and wing shots. Part of that is ring generalship too. It's making people miss. Everybody just thinks scoring is ring generalship. No, defense is ring generalship. Making somebody whiff, making somebody miss. You know what I'm saying? Can Sandor Martin could let that backhand go, that left hand go a little bit more? Absolutely. He could have let that backhand go just a smidgen more. That's true. That's true. You could let that thing fly. But, you know, that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. So, but I mean, him and his pops delusion. I wonder if they sit back and have, you know, real conversation. I wonder if they sit back and be like, you know what, man, this is what we need to do. Blase blah. You know, I wonder if some of these boxing dads, you know, Bill Haney was, you know, he stepped aside. He said, well, shit, you know, go on here, Deb. Deb chose to stay with his dad. Cool. I wonder if his dad, would he diminish his ego to the point to say, you know what, man, go do what's best for you. Go do what's best for you. And it's hard. It's hard for a lot of these dudes that admit that they're wrong. A lot of people think that's synonymous with masculinity. It's not. And it's time for his dad to get the hell up out the way let somebody work with his son, and maybe he can learn something. And Tim Bradley can say, well, his dad said all the right things in the fighter meetings. It sounded like he knew what he was saying. He was saying all the right things in the corner and all that type of stuff. He was giving them the right advice. One thing to give somebody the advice, and it's another thing to execute. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't executing. He didn't execute versus the Camboso fight. He looked bad versus the Pedro Campo fight. 3 fights in a row. Still jumping off his feet. But you know what? A lot of these dudes just rather, just die with their son getting hurt and stuff. There's a lot of these daddies that don't know what they're doing, bro. 99.9% of them don't know what they're doing. And that's sad. You know? And that's why a lot of them don't have fighters. You know, and they lucky they ain't in the era of real teachers of their craft. Custom Model, Angelo Dundee, guys like that, Eddie Fudge. They lucky. But they lucky. But then again, it's hard to teach a kid when they fighting once every year, once every 18, 12 months. So I get it. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, the subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJGood313, Venmo CJGood313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole 9. Peace.